different from now on, moving forward. I feel like um that every podcast I'm going to change our name to something different. Just until we find something that's like what we really love. What do you think?
That's fine with me.
I mean,
I'm
people.
still talking like these early ones is just testing anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah, true. Because I was fixing to say, well, we could really confuse people with having a different name every time, but right now we're not worried about that too much, I guess.
and like whatever one gets the most clicks,
Mm-hmm.
then we can pick that one.
Mm-hmm. I've called this one. This is Jay and Tan. We Aight podcast number 9.
All right, that works.
Yeah, we Aight podcast. I was thinking of there's that song with 50 Cent where he says, I think it's just in the club. He says, I'm Aight.
I don't remember that.
It's like at the start of the song. It's like a background. Uh, like he's
Ad lib.
at background ad lib. Yeah, he's just like rapping and it's just like, I'm Aight. I think it's funny. Okay, well,
Oh, yeah.
and the title of this episode is Bud Light Made Me Gay. So sad day for ladies out there. Can't get with me anymore.
What's wrong with this for real? We drink too much Bud Light. No.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't even turn me trans. It just made me gay. So false advertising, really, if you think about it.
It's like the rainbow. Each color like represents something else, right? Like so, you just got that one. Like your beer had the one
Mm,
LGBTQ, so other people got the other flavor.
right. And you know what's funny is that people have been sharing that one can. There's all the rainbows and shit on it, and that came out like 3 years ago. And now people are like, "Oh, it's fixing to." This is what because I thought too. I was like, "When is this coming out?" Because this is actually like the can is actually kind of cool. I kind of like it, like with all the rainbow stuff. I'm like, "When is this coming out?" I want to have just one of these, like just one, like have a collect, just so I can be like, remember that time they had this like rainbow can? But I looked it up and it only came out in Canada like 3 years ago, so you can't. I'm like, what the hell?
That wasn't the news, like of them coming out with the new can. There's something else that
Yeah,
they did.
yeah, the what the whole thing was is that they have like a trans spokesperson, and they have her on a can, I think, that's coming out like um her face like on a can, I think, and it's like a limited edition thing, like as just a promotion for. So I don't even know really. Like I don't know if it's. I mean, I guess it's in support of trans rights, but I can't really say that. I didn't really read it, but too much. I just saw the can and I saw the person doing the ad, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then people started seeing that, and then somehow it got turned into people showing that rainbow can, which is not a part of it. It's just that's old, but whatever. And people are boycotting now, so I'm not gonna boycott because I don't really care. I mean, I have some opinions about being trans and stuff, but not like any harsh opinions. I'm kind of like a free. I'm very liberal. Like I know people say liberal, like lean towards the left or whatever, but I'm really aiming more about just like freedoms for people. I don't think you should be like transitioning when you're like a young. Like I don't want like 10-year-old. 10 is it's too young, And even people that are minors, I'm not super okay with that. Like if they're under 18 and if they're like 16 or 17, I'm like, okay, well, I don't think you should be making like drastic decisions with your body just yet. Um you should wait a little bit until you're like at least 20 something and you're like, all right, I still feel the same way I did, and you've got and now you want to take your titties off
You,
or whatever, then I'm like, okay, whatever.
yeah, you can't get a tattoo until you're 18, so like without a parent. So
Yep, true.
yeah,
So yeah, but I'm for being whoever you want to be, or like you can chop your titties and your dick off, but like at least wait until you're a little older,
Mhm.
because that ain't gonna grow
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, I think there's like three different types of people who like everyone like falls in one of the three categories. It's like one is what you just described, like do what you want, and you might have like your own caveats and stuff. Then there's the people that like truly like just disagree with it, like maybe because of a religion or like something like is backed in by it, and like they're not being like disrespectful or anything. They're not trying to be, but they just disagree like fundamentally. And then
Right.
there's the people that just like can't like it doesn't affect, like obviously like none of this affects anybody else really, like ever, like I mean there's like what they do isn't going to affect your life, but there's these people that just like think that it's bothering, like all the people that are boycotting this stuff. It's like, I mean, even if you believe one way or another, like I don't understand how it's bothering you that much to like go and do something. It's just like those type of people just like just look for stuff to hate on, and like I don't know, that's just what I think. And I mean there's a lot of those people, I feel like they're just like not happy with themselves, so they're like projecting it on these people, or like I mean it could be anybody, like any group or any, I mean it's usually like the racist people are also against, what I'm saying. It's like it's those just small-minded people who can't get over certain things. And I mean so now they're gonna boycott Bud Light for whatever reason. Like who cares?
Right. It seems like, and kind of like people that were already saying they're gonna boycott it didn't drink it that much in the first place. I don't know,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Well, I mean it's like like if you're such on like a moral high ground, like you really shouldn't be using anything. Like you shouldn't be using iPhones. You shouldn't be wearing Nike. You shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like
hmm
I mean, if you're just this like if you live in this perfect world where not like there's no trans people, there's no children oppression, or what I'm saying. It's like like my iPhone was made by like some 6-year-old in China, like for a penny.
right.
So like if you're gonna stand up on that hill, then they like you have a lot of work to do, because I mean there's you could find you could find something to like protest against for every little thing, really.
Yeah, for sure. It is funny though. Like I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of the memes, and it is kind of funny. Like,
The Cowboys won.
I
it's
saw one. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember really what it said, but I did see one. It's like,
like, yeah, if you like if you're mad about them now, they've been supporting gay rights forever, and it showed like
right,
the Cowboys edition, like whenever
yeah,
they had.
yeah, and that's got to be so old too. That can, because you can't buy that shit anymore. Because
Yeah.
Miller Lite is the official beer of the Dallas Cowboys, so they have no affiliation with Bud Light anymore. Because not too long
Really?
ago, yeah, not too long ago. I mean, this has been 4 or 5 years ago, probably, but they released NFL can editions that were different than that one from that I saw in that video. And I was like, because I looked for it, and I was like, how can I find one of these Bud Light Cowboys cans? I really want to get one of these, and I had to research it. And they have, I mean, they're exclusively with Miller Lite and stuff like that, so they couldn't produce a Cowboys Bud Light can. I was like, oh dang, okay. So when I saw that meme, I was like, where the fuck did they get this can from? I think it might be a Photoshop too, by the way. So people are saying that, but it might not even be true that you can get one of those Bud Light Cowboys cans. So shame on all of you out
Yeah.
there. Jerry Jones ain't letting that shit happen where he's affiliated with anything with gay rights or trans people.
That is true. Damn.
Yep, poor. I mean, Jerry Jones, he's got to apologize for being such a stick in the mud, and we'll win a Super Bowl, or else we won't never win a Super Bowl again. He's got to put Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor. Still not in the Ring of Honor. He's a Hall of Fame coach, and he's still not in the Cowboys Ring of Honor because of a petty like Jerry thinks he's
Yeah,
better or whatever.
you know all that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Well, I guess I mean that's the only thing I had to say about the Bud Light situation. I guess I'm still gonna drink it.
I mean, even if like I'm sure their sales might dip for a little bit, but
Yeah, people
just until the
forget.
yeah, just like whenever the next thing, whatever it is, whatever pops up next, it'll like just like everything else. Like people,
We'll move
it's
on.
really the people that are just addict like they it's the people that say that the media controls them. Are the ones that let the media control them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro,
Right.
they're addicted to like the story, the like they feel like they're like a part of everything. When I mean, if you're just an average person, you're not a part of anything. Like me living in this small like nothing is affecting me
Yeah.
at all.
You know how
But
I know this thing was so huge because I went into a gas station in the early morning, and it's one of those where they have those chairs and tables sitting out, like, and they have a little food that you can get. And there was all these old guys sitting at the table, like retired elderly people, and I heard them talking about it, and I was like, damn, and they were talking shit, obviously. And I was like, damn, this shit is popping off if all these old motherfuckers are talking about this. Like, I don't know where they heard it from or whatever, but that's how you
like
know.
different age, how different age groups takes news or
Hmm.
like like when they hear something like that, like they can only think like you know what I'm saying? Like end of the spectrum, and the other one, like the younger generation, like, and it's just all memes. You know what I'm saying? It's all like, it's like that, like that's where that side of it comes from. But like the older you are, like you can only like just read it and like you can't really process it. You just like either you're happy, you're mad, or you know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't get any deeper than that. It's just so level like just. I mean, if you're 90 years old, you've had 90 years of just bullshit. So it's like like of course you're just gonna get mad at the next thing at the next thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just time to go. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been on this and now like you hear about everything. Like every little thing is getting processed in your brain. It's just it's it's too much. Like we weren't meant to know what the fuck is happening all around the world at all times. Like we just like we weren't.
Yeah,
So
we get too worried about the wrong things that way.
yeah, like I always find it funny. Like people like okay, so like there's obviously a lot of trolls on the internet, and like you know I enjoy good trolling every once in a while, and like maybe like I'll probably even consider myself one at some point. You know, like but not as much anymore, but you know, but
Hmm.
the people like any comment that's just like an obvious troll. If somebody responds to that, like I'm like you like okay for one, it's weird that the troll has this thing typed out. Like he spent the time to figure out what he's gonna say and hit send. That's a waste of time. But the person responding to that obvious like it's just it. I'm almost more mad at that person than I am the troll. Like you sat there, read that, and it's an obvious troll. Got mad, typed your reply, hit. You know what I'm saying? It's like you went through that whole thing, and like that's what you want to spit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that obviously took some like even if it was a fraction of your thinking capabilities, like even if it's 0.001% of that, it's still too much. Like for something like for half of the stuff that you see, like it just kind of baffles me, like how people like I don't know. I mean, they just let this stuff consume them. It's pretty funny. I don't know. It's that's just some random thoughts I have whenever I'm reading some like thread like like okay like anything sports related, like somebody will have like a good game, drop 40 points, and there'll be like 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 all those like LeBron pages, like fake LeBron pages. Like if it's like who's somebody else, Kevin Durant, like drop 40 points, then like one of the LeBron trolls will be like, well, LeBron dropped 41 tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's obvious they're trying to get like somebody, you know what I'm saying? And then like there's a whole 200 comments underneath that. I'm like, people are like literally wasting this time
arguing.
Like why? It's so. It's like they're literally bots. Like they're
Right.
just like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
That that's
I don't get
yeah.
to that like of typing stuff, but I am the
Mhm.
guy that's reading those comments like and I don't read everything, but I skim through it like what are they saying about this? And then I'm like, all right, all right. I read like a couple replies and then I'm like, all right, I'm done with this. But I don't go in there and respond, but I do be reading a lot of that shit. So,
It's all. I mean, even reading it, like it's still. It's like I
well,
don't know.
I've been seeing this meme go around where people will type in like there's a post, right? And it's like something, let's say like LeBron James visits his hometown for the fourth time, and then someone will type in like LeBron James has the opportunity to do the funniest thing of all time, and then they just leave it at that. Like, there's a bunch of those, like, and people are in the comments every time we're like, what could he do that would be the funniest thing? What could he do? And there's like a million of those posts right now where there's a post and then someone will comment they have an opportunity to do the funniest thing. And it's like, what is the funniest thing? What are you talking about? I'm like, they're just goading you into asking. They're not really like, and it's a stupid post, but it's always kind of like funny. And I always think too, I'm like, are they trolling or are they actually trying to say something here? And I think for a second, like, are they really trying to make a joke about like what he could do that's funny, or is it just a troll? But there's a million of those.
Yeah. Like I don't know. You have to be a certain type of person. Like these people that create these like fake pages or like they don't have the real picture and you know what I'm saying. Like and that's all they do is like you. That is so weird to me, man. Okay, so the reason why I enjoy Twitter and stuff and like and how I used to kind of treat it early on in its life and like when I mean I feel like I'm too old to be doing half this shit now anyways. But now like when I was younger and just dumb and just want to say shit like I enjoy just like saying whatever's on my mind, like, even if it's stupid, like, and especially if it was stupid, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love, you know what I'm saying? It's just funny, like, it's just a cool way to just like express yourself or whatever. And, and I like, sometimes I want to take it a step further, but I'm like, bro, like, this is my account. I ain't posting this. You know what I'm saying? So I get that aspect of it of like, that plus there's nothing tracing back to your actual person. It's literally just like an internet persona of just your like dumb thoughts and I mean, but to actually go through with like doing that and then just like trying to troll people all day every day and like that, I don't know. You got to be a certain like that's a certain type of person for sure.
Yeah,
I don't
there's a bunch of troll
I don't
accounts. LeBron James burner account, Kevin Durant burner account, Shannon Sharp burner account. Like,
Yeah, it's so weird, man. It's like I don't know.
but they get famous, like they get big, they get followers, and they're like they just do. I don't know, but it's yeah, it's
I
it's
mean,
it's,
it's
it's
it's just
okay.
part of the internet, like, and
Yeah,
it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely content like with it. It's funny sometimes, but there's just so much of it. I mean, it's there's just too much of everything. Like everyone, like I said, like we're always on the same. Like every day we wake up, everybody that has Twitter is we're basically all in the same classroom, and like every event that happens or anything that happens, like we're all on the same level. So like everybody's trying to one up each other by like creating the first, you know what I'm saying, story of whatever's going on or like the first, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's that natural just like competition like aspect of like so like anytime there's like a trade or anything in sports or anything like that, I don't know if it's just my cat like, like how I use it and that's probably why I see all these, but I'll have to scroll through 20 different like things saying like what happened. You know, saying like oh the Cavs traded this player to the Magic. Like I'm like, why are there 200 reporters to like, and they're not even a source of like like I get like there are people that are paid from the NBA to like do that type of thing like like Adam Schefter or like that's for NFL I think but you know what I'm saying like
right.
he's actually paid to be that person to like announce things. You know what I'm saying? So like that makes sense, but there's all these like freelance and not like, and it's because of that like we're literally all on the same website and like so like it's just that weird like you have to be the one to break it or like and I mean it works because I mean like there are people that follow certain people for things that like that aren't Adam Schefter. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if you're trying to make a name for yourself, and like I get all that, but it's just like there's too much content out on the internet. It's just like every time anything happens, just overload of just too many people. It's like not everybody can fucking be Adam Schefter. Like Adam Schefter's Adam Schefter. You're Dave, and that's not you.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't get that too much with big news or anything. Um, but I get that a lot with Cowboys news because I follow a lot of Cowboys like people and reporters and stuff. So if there's a big Cowboy move or anything, I see like 10 tweets from all the people I follow about it. Like, but at least a lot of them aren't just reporting it. They like say something about it. Like they put their opinion in there.
Oh, wow.
They're like, Tony Pollard re-signed on a franchise tag. A good runner for 1 year for 10 million. Not a bad, Well, they put a little blurb or something, or so it's not
That's
completely
okay. Yeah,
bad, but
yeah, no, that's yeah, that's not an issue at all in my mind.
yeah. So I'm always like, oh, cool. And then but I do get annoyed a little bit. I'm like, all right, yeah. After I see like the eighth person like tell me about that this happened, I'm like, yeah, I know. But
Like like to make it more clickbaity or I mean, like even on a tweet like they have to include like breaking news and stuff like if you're not the one breaking the news, like just put that happened, like whatever happened, just say that. Like they're trying to make it seem like what I'm saying like they're the one breaking this news. It's like
oh right,
it's
like
so
they're
weird.
per source, and
Yeah, yeah.
they put the source, and it's like fucking ESPN, Adams
Yeah, it's
per
like
source, Adam Schefter.
I follow ESPN and they tweeted that five. You know what I'm saying? Like you think I follow you, but I don't follow. It's like
Yeah,
yeah. So,
I get a lot of NBA and ESPN like overlap because I follow the NBA and I follow ESPN, and I follow the Thunder too. So like if there's a Thunder news, I see ESPN talk about it, and then I see NBA, and then I see the Thunder, and it's like sometimes they're squashed in, and sometimes it's just all I gotta scroll for like um a couple scrolls, and it's just all NBA stuff because they went on like a they put up clips and stuff. And so I'm like, all right, I don't really want to see NBA stuff right now. I'll scroll past it, but yeah.
like half trolls slash half like news breaking accounts. Like they do a little bit of both. And it's like I feel like you can't play both. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever Tua got traded to or no, whenever Tyreek got traded to the Dolphins, like everyone like it's just like a fun and trendy thing to do. Is like make fun of Tua like he wasn't a good quarterback and like was showing these like underthrows and stuff like Tyreek, you know what I'm saying? And I actually like I think Tua's decent. I don't know if he's gonna play again because his fucking brain's like scrambled eggs right now, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean he can throw the ball, and it's just so stupid. Like it's just like all these like account like I mean people probably never played sports in their life, and it's just like Tyreek's gonna be wide open, like and Tyreek was like a top five or he led the league in yards this year, so that means. But anyways, it's just like they'll break the trade news, and then like the next play will be like something making fun of like or somebody has a bad game or something like they're the first ones like make a joke about something. It's like I mean I don't get I don't get stuff like that. It's like and then they're the first ones to like if like the next week it goes off for like 400 yards and five touchdowns. It's like Tua, well, he's freaking like he's the goat. Like they'll have a picture of him and Brady next to each other, or something like these are the two. You know, what I'm saying it's like they just play both sides. Like whatever's trending. Like if if it's trending to like make fun of somebody, then they're gonna do it. If it's trending to like you know
Right.
hype them up, then
Yeah, that's all for
they're gonna
growth.
do that.
That's all for engagement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's like it's so obvious to me, and it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
That's like if you somehow like turn that off like in my settings to never see anything like that, I could, but it's like too complex to like narrow that out. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of like tweet, whatever. So
Mm-hmm. You just block all those accounts every time you see one that you're like, no, block. No, block.
yeah.
But that's the same thing like with all the news of, the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese thing, just a million tweets. Like the whole Twitter
Yeah.
was like blowing up from it. And so like you couldn't get away from it for that day that it was like a big thing. And now we're past
I
that. It's gone
yeah.
now.
I was mute. Yeah, I was like, because you can mute words and stuff, but it's hard when it's a video. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
it's like, how do I not see this video ever again? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's got to be
Right.
something like that because it's just the same one.
Yeah, the one she
Like,
was doing the hand wet, the you can't see me,
yeah,
and I saw that. Yeah, you're right. I forgot that was but every news source or whatever, or every like sports page was tweeting that video and saying something about
yeah,
it, and I was like, what the hell?
yeah, that one. I turned into an NPC on that one because like it actually made me mad and not in a, it's like bro these like okay whether like whose side you're on or who you think's right or wrong whatever blah blah bro one of them's a junior in college, one of them's a sophomore in college, so like what 19 20 years old, 21 maybe, but there's just like grown like 40-year-old plus men writing paragraphs like I'm like, that is like, who can like, okay, for one, I've never like that was the national championship big game. It's probably we probably look at the number most viewed
You're
women's national championship game,
you're frozen a
right?
little bit, Tan. Hold on.
Oh,
There you go. You're back. You're a little fuzzy, and we couldn't hear you.
oh,
But yeah, you were
maybe,
saying most viewed national
yeah,
championship
yeah.
game. Yeah, it was 11 million views is the most viewed.
So being under that situation, I mean, even if it wasn't that big, I mean, it's the national championship game. It don't matter if it's freaking volleyball, like. And so, I mean, no, like 1% of the population has ever been in like that type of situation where you know what I'm saying. It's like, and like you're training to beat this other team, and like obviously, like that was probably a motivation factor. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably watched clips of her doing that, like even if it was a second. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in the moment. I mean, even if it wasn't like even if it was not the best thing to do, or you know what I'm saying, it is kind of like showboaty or like not great sportsmanship. Like I said, they're still like 19, 20 year like you know what I'm saying, like in a big pressure situation, like and these grown ass like 50-year-old men are like, oh, this is so like, oh, I can't believe it. You know, it's like, shut up, dude. Like, just shut up. I don't know that's why it really just pissed me off.
Yeah, I know. It was like I was at first I was a little bit annoyed about it, but then I just kind of got over it and don't really care. No one's talking about it anymore, so I don't really care anymore.
Yeah.
But what has happened recently that is kind of similar. Um, I don't you watch much UFC. I don't know if you watch much UFC or not, but Israel Adesanya just beat that one guy Pereira or something,
Yeah, yeah.
and he showboated, and then he like did that thing to his son. It was making his son cry or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. But, um, and like if you give it, you got to be able to take it, And I feel like Israel has done that, throughout his career. Like he's got beat by this guy a couple times, and he's been mad about it, of course, but like he's tried to keep going and like, hey, let's do this again, and he beat him this time, and so it's like, well, this time he gets to showboat or whatever. So it's like, yeah, that goes.
I mean, they're athletes, one, but like the whole point of this is it's entertainment. I mean, like even if stuff like like there's still like unwritten like rules and you know what I'm saying, but it's like
Right, sportsmanship,
I mean,
whatever.
like they work their whole lives to like give us this product. If they win, I mean, they can do whatever they want, and even if they look like if they lose, you know what I'm saying, it's like I don't know, people like take it a little too serious or whatever.
Yeah, as long as
When
they like shake hands after the game's over and there's still like respect there afterwards, like in the heat of the battle of the game, you know,
it's different, yeah.
it's different. And then as long as you can like once you calm down, the game's over and everything, as long as you know you can respect each other mutually. Like I hope that that Angel after the game told her like, you know, hey, you know, good shit. We got you this time, but you know, you did good, respect. And Caitlyn was like, yeah, respect, you know. As long as that kind of thing happens and they're not like bitter about it or anything, then I don't feel like there's any problem with it. But like Draymond Green on the other hand, I can't fucking stand that guy. So because I don't think he has respect for anybody, or he doesn't respect, and his disrespect of like the way he plays the game, I feel like is like not you know like respectful to basketball in general. But whatever, that's a different topic.
the Grizzlies,
The Grizzlies,
same thing. Yeah.
what do you
I
mean?
mean, I mean,
Like John
like most of
Morant,
Draymond stuff. Well, and then Dylan Brooks, like I mean, because like it's the Warriors and like the Grizzlies, like like
right?
they're always the ones like getting into it, and I feel like most of Draymond stuff that I've seen on the internet is after they played them, and so I don't
Well,
know.
he's punching his own teammates in the face, like so.
That's true. I mean, Jordan Poole does seem like a little fucking bitch though
Bitch,
too sometimes.
little
Yeah.
bitch. Yeah,
Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not that down on Draymond. Like he is kind of like I don't know. Like he's a different type of person. I feel like you know what I'm saying. So like, I mean, it's not fair, but I feel like you kind of have to grade him on like a curve. You know, like if you're looking at him that way, just because. I mean, if he was like brand new and doing this, like he wouldn't last. But the fact that he's got 3 rings and you know what I'm saying, like, I
right.
mean, I mean, it's obviously not because of him. I mean, I I think it's a bigger piece of those rings than you know a lot of people give him credit for. But I mean, still, I mean, I don't know,
I'm gonna
yeah,
send you a video about that Richard Jefferson and JJ Redick had like a little talk. And he talked about like Shaq. Richard Jefferson talked about how like dominant of a player Shaq was, and about
mhm.
how Draymond Green is like you know this great defensive player of the year, blah blah blah. And he's like, but there's no way that you were gonna be able to guard Shaq because he's the most physically dominant player of all time. He was like he literally changed the game because teams had to have they had to like get big, tall bodied guys just to like try to keep them out of the paint, you know, and they had to have multiple of those type of guys on their roster for like foul bait, you know, because you couldn't if you had to foul them a lot, and if you get too many fouls, you can't. Obviously, you foul out of the game. So like they had to have some foul insurance. It's pretty crazy. So I would love to see like um Prime Shaq just fucking dunk right on Draymond Green's head. I mean,
I
Giannis is
mean,
kind of
see,
like it, kind of he's dominant in that way, kind of, but he's just not like as physically big as Shaq is, you know.
he's more finesse with the high, you know, what I'm saying, yeah. But Shaq was just pure, just yeah, pure strength.
Yeah, back you down. They had to change. He's talking about like they had to change the goal because it was breaking the goals. So they literally had to like make new goals so that he wouldn't destroy the rim each game. You know, it's like yeah, pretty crazy.
Draymond is a better defender for like the way basketball played today for sure.
Yeah,
Like like he can switch on all the pick and rolls and he can step out some on the, you know what I'm saying? Like I mean and he's old now too, like so he just like he's hit that phase now where it's like it made more sense back in the day when he could perform better on the court and then if he said anything it kind of equals out. But right now it's not equaling out because he's a couple years from retiring. Like he's like his efficiency, like he's not that great anymore on the court just because he's old now. So it's like they're not equal anymore. So like his what he's saying is sticking out even more than when it did before. But I mean he's been the same. He's been the same person, but he's just like he's just hidden that stage. I mean,
Hmm.
and Shaq. I mean, like everybody that's retired, that's an analyst now. Like they've already accepted that they're not good anymore and can now be open mind. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not like arrogant, and you know what I'm saying. It's like so he'll hit that soon once he realizes, oh, like my body's done. I can't. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, other than
Right.
that, I mean, like he is an idiot most of the time. So I'm not totally
Yeah. What I
totally
didn't
disagreeing with you.
realize, what I didn't realize is how old players are getting. Like Steph Curry, I didn't think that. I thought Steph Curry was like our age, but he's like 34 or something, and he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and I didn't realize that he was that close to LeBron's age. Like, really, I didn't know that. I thought that he came like a couple years later or something. So it's like crazy to me that like Steph Curry's only got like a couple years left to play, and I'm like, what?
yeah. All those like good stars that are after LeBron, but went to college, like they're the same. You know what I'm saying? They're almost the same age because like LeBron came straight to the league, but like all these people, like Curry was. I don't think he came in as a freshman. I think he was there for like a couple years, wasn't he?
I don't
But
know. Maybe
at
after his
Davidson.
sophomore year.
But yeah, so I mean, though, like those stars like are super old too. So it's like so we're gonna get like LeBron tiring and that next level at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
KD
because
and everybody.
like LeBron was like the last one that went straight from high school. So it's like yeah, like they're all kind of in the same group, even though LeBron was in the league like a couple like 3 or 4 years earlier than them. And not everybody's gonna last as long as LeBron either. Like
Right.
years in the league wise, not even age.
Yeah.
So
Paul
it's like yeah,
George, Kawhi. There's a lot of guys
mhm,
thinking about it.
yeah,
Russ, of
yeah,
course. James Harden
James
too.
Harden. Yeah, he was after like he was the last of the three right drafted, so he was like he's the youngest one of those three, I think.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, he's old. I think he has the longest active streak of making the playoffs. I just seen that today, and I was like, damn,
James Harden?
James Harden. Yeah,
What?
of of any player.
Dang.
I mean, he's always in the playoffs. He just can't go far.
I don't even think I know what fucking team he plays for right now.
For real?
For real. Is it
76ers.
okay? I was thinking about the Sixers. That was in that Ben Simmons deal, wasn't it?
Um, I mean, he came from Houston. No, he came from Brooklyn. Yeah, damn. See, that's yeah. I forget. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah. Was he? Jeez, I don't even know. There's because like the whole Brooklyn thing is so weird. Like, bro, they
Flopped.
had the
Flopped.
Kyrie,
Yeah.
Katie, Harden, like at all different times. Like nobody. I don't know why they did what they did this year. Like, I mean, it's obviously like the players have probably too much control now, so it probably like they probably had no choice to. But whenever KD and Kyrie both played, they were like 33-2 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Damn.
was something crazy. Like yeah, it was like, but either one of them was hurt or Kyrie had all that shit going on and couldn't play. So it's like, but I mean, yeah, and then now the Mavs didn't even make the playoffs, so like
Thunder did.
they got lucky, man. If the Mavs just didn't shit the bed, like bro, they I mean, because the Thunder like every game was like, oh, this is a must win unless the Mavs lose.
Yeah.
They would, but the Thunder would lose and then the Mavs would lose by 20. It's like, bro, like all the I don't know.
Yeah, and
And then
they're getting in trouble too. And possibly the Mavs for like tampering, probably.
yeah, yeah, they need to.
Yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, because if they would have made the play in, then they would have lost their pick. So it's like, I mean, I get it. It's like, but they did it so obvious. Like, oh, I'm gonna play Luka in the first quarter. That's it, and then set him out. Like, should have played him the whole game, and then that I kind of want to talk about like that too, but like not even on here, but I mean, obviously, since we're here, but so like, okay, Luka didn't make it. Damian Lillard didn't make it. Like all these like I mean, there's like a couple more like either that didn't make it or like they're just not like it's like these stats and stuff are cool, but I mean, like if these players have the ball for like 90% of their possessions, it's like that's just not good basketball, man. Like, I mean, yeah, it looks cool, like Dame Lillard shooting from half court, like yeah, it's cool, but it's like like in an 81 game season, it's just not good. I mean, like the Warriors team, like whenever they're really good, and I mean, they're still the same this year, kind of, but they're just all older now, you know. But like they like when you watch them play, like it's actually it's good basketball. Like I mean, they're like everyone's touching the ball. Like there's not just one person just like dribbling like the whole fucking time. Like, but I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm like Luca. I'm not that big of a Luca like he's good. He can do a lot of stuff that like people can't do, and you know what I'm saying, like he's a good scorer. But if you actually watch the games, like I mean, people are like, oh, Luca doesn't have help. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they were like 2-8 with Kyrie, but it's just like, bro, this how he has to play. It's just not gonna be successful. I don't think. Like, I mean, even if he had help, he has the ball the whole time. So it's just like, I mean, people can't. I mean, they had Jalen Brunson last year, and he's a he might make the NBA or the all NBA team this year. And I mean, he's a good player. So I mean, like, but he never had the ball last year because Luka just has the freaking ball all game long. So I don't know.
You know what I've never seen? I've never
But
seen the Kings play a game. So, and they're like the number one seed, right, in the West.
now they're the second or third. It's Nuggets.
I haven't seen the Nuggets play either. I don't know anybody on
The
those
Nuggets.
teams. I think Jokic is on the Nuggets, right? Um, and then the last people I remember from the Kings, like I think Darren Fox is on there, and I remember Buddy Hield used to be on the Kings. That was like a long time ago. That's like who drafted him. I think he's on the Pelicans or something now. Hield, I don't know, but maybe he's out of the league at this point. But then,
Wait, no,
so
he's still good.
who else is on the fucking Kings? I think Zabonis, and we had
Mm-hmm.
him in OKC, and he turned out to be really good actually. But I don't remember. We
Trade
traded
him.
him in that deal for like Paul George, I think, or something. But
Maybe yeah. Harrison Barnes.
is over there.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
Malik Monk.
Heard of that name
I don't know if
before.
you know him. Uh, Keegan Murray, who just broke the record for uh rookie threes in a season. He's
Yeah.
pretty good. And
Okay.
that
Okay.
that white guy that played on the Hawks the other year, Kevin Herter. He's like a redheaded like shooter guy. He's pretty good. But I mean, I think they have the number one offense this year too. Like they're good.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting. Playoffs will be interesting. So then tell me who you think like who your like top 5 NBA players right now. Like top 5 best players.
Mm. All right.
Put you on the spot.
Embiid, Embiid, Jokic, Giannis are all three top three. Um, And from there, so let's see. And so they like, especially as a big man, and I mean, like they're not like all three of those aren't traditional big men. Jokic probably being the best. Like what, like his stats right now is crazy. Like he's averaging a triple double on like 60% shooting, like that. Like you can watch him. Like yeah, the offense runs through him, and he probably has the ball more than anybody else, but. I mean, the ball is still moving, like through what they do. Like he's in the high post, like whatever. So it's not the same as like Luca at all. Like it's but Embiid and Giannis are kind of more like they have the ball more, and it's like the ball is not moving as much. So but I mean, like I still think they're all three top three. Other than that, I think healthy KD is still probably four. 5. Um, and I mean he's healthy right now, so I think I have to put him in there. It's weird not saying LeBron, but I don't know. I don't think he's top 5 anymore. I'd probably put
Oof.
Tatum 5.
Oh yeah, yeah. Jason Tatum.
Tatum leads the league in true plus minus. So, like, if I was voting for MVP, like, well, I don't know, like, Embiid has been going so crazy like this last month, and you could tell he's like just really just trying to get the MVP. So it's like, but um, Embiid's Embiid's probably gonna win it, but Tatum, like, he Tatum is probably the most valuable player to their team. Like when it comes to actual stats and like, cause he like his defense and offense, like, so yeah, I'd probably it'd probably be those 5.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Right now, um, Timberwolves are trending for some reason.
Oh yeah, there was a fight today.
Oh, with the Lakers.
uh, no, with themselves.
Oh, it says we're trending with Lake Show and then McDaniels.
Gobert punched his own teammate.
What, during a game or like on the
Yeah,
bench or something?
yeah, on the bench. Yeah, they were arguing. Oh, that's the play-in though. So yeah, so the Timberwolves and the Lakers are playing for the play-in.
Ah,
So Oklahoma City's playing the Pelicans Wednesday. But hope Zion don't come back. I'm
Zion, bruh. You gotta stop trashing Zion. All right, he's he's the best player that'll ever live.
he's he's too fat to play basketball, bro. Why ain't he playing then?
No,
this dude's this dude's played. This dude's already missed more
he's
games
got
than
glass
LeBron's whole career.
bones and paper skin, so that's why. It's not because he's fat. It's because he's got glass bones and paper skin.
Let's see. He's played 29 games this year. Nice. That's probably a career high.
How many points did he have in those?
A lot. He averaged 27.
What? He
Mhm.
averaged 27 in
Mhm.
32 games. Jesus, if he could get a full season, dominant.
No, actually 26 this year, but he averaged 27 last year in 61 games.
All right.
But I mean, played 24 his rookie year, 61 his second year, 29 this year. I mean, that's probably like for real as many games as LeBron has missed in his whole 20-year career in 3 years. That's 60, 21, well, like 160 games almost, 150.
LeBron set out games just to recover.
Just recently, though. I mean, just in the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, since
but
that,
not
yeah, just
100, not 150.
yeah. How old is Zion? Can you go? Is that right in front of you, or do you have to go?
22.
He's 22. That's
I
crazy.
just, I mean, if and they might end up doing this if they make the season shorter. I can see it, but like if you're almost guaranteed to miss at least 20 games every year, at least, it's just like I don't care what you average. Like it's just not like I mean that's a bust, man.
Mm.
I don't care what you do. Like availability is like that's another reason why LeBron is a GOAT. It's like there's all this stuff, but just the fact that he played that long and that like didn't miss. You know what I'm saying? It's like that has to factor into it. So it's like if you're not on the court, like I don't care what you do. Like it's not.
Yeah.
You're
The
just not.
best ability is availability. That's what they say in
Hmm.
drafting. Because the NFL draft's right around the corner. Excited for that.
Yeah, when is that? It's like a couple weeks, isn't it?
It's April, end of April.
Yeah, like 28th or 27th, something like that. So It's up in Kansas City. Trying to go?
Kansas City. No, it's not that. Cowboys have the fucking 26th pick, so it's not like if we
Yeah,
were
but
picking top 10,
if
I'd be like, yeah, fuck it.
if they get
Bijan,
uh Bijan, then
that'd be a night to remember. People think he's going before that. He's going higher than 26. So, but I have a feeling if he's there at 26, I have a feeling that we're gonna draft him. So be prepared for that. I'll have a Texas person to root for. Yo, you're not even a Texas fan anymore. He hadn't been a Texas fan for a long time.
never. I just always rooted against OU. So
Yeah, you still root for Texas over OU. Like
now, but now Texas is better. So now I hate them almost as much. Probably more than I hate y'all now.
Texas is better than OU. Maybe last year.
I mean, even when OU was going to the playoffs and Texas was dog shit,
Yeah.
y'all never beat them 49-0. So I mean, it's hard to say that they're not better than y'all right now. Say that.
You're talking about 1 year?
Yeah, I'm saying like, I mean, it's the same teams almost coming back this year. So I'm saying like this year,
Mm. Oh,
I think Texas. I mean, they're definitely gonna be ranked higher starting off.
start next
That
season?
don't mean anything. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know how much like is recruiting and stuff. I mean, that's still going, right? Until
Well, I mean, it's starting the next year. Like the next year's just started. Like everyone is, yeah, I think everyone's signed now for the freshmen that are
spring.
gonna be. Yeah, and spring practice is just starting. So like all these scrimmages and stuff are about to be like in these next few weekends.
Well, Oregon have a good draft class. I mean, a good recruiting class.
Yeah, yeah.
I bet OU used to have like fucking good recruiting classes, and I bet they have sucked late.
No, I mean, their recruiting hasn't dropped at all. I mean, let's see, for this upcoming, they were fourth. Texas was
Ah,
third. So
damn,
it went Bama, Georgia, Texas, OU.
damn. You think Georgia's got to go back to back again, though? Don't you think?
No, I'm
Maybe
okay.
maybe
For
maybe it's
one,
a Alabama year because Nick Saban was a bit pissed off. I think being people talking him so good about Georgia.
yeah. Um, I don't know. I think this year a non-SEC team is gonna win it. Either uh, Ohio State, Michigan, or USC, or Clemson. I don't know about Clemson. Maybe Florida State.
Peyton Bowen, is that one guy you were talking about that one time?
Yep, yep. Could have got him.
They said then added a surprise 25th recruit, 5-star safety Peyton Bowen.
Hmm.
Now the class is headlined by him because and he was the last person to sign. That's
Yeah, he's pretty good.
They signed a 5-star quarterback. That's kind of cool. Jackson
From the
Arnold.
same from the same high school as Peyton.
Wow. And an edge
Yeah, he was in.
rusher is a 5. So they had 3 5-star recruits.
Hmm.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think y'all will be better next year for sure.
Hopefully, because last year was rough, but yeah.
I mean, obviously, y'all wouldn't have lost that bad to Texas if what's his name wasn't hurt. Like I don't like. I guess y'all had no faith in the actual backup quarterback because like y'all try to do some like weird shit like just to get through that game.
Yeah, why didn't they put old Colonel Booty out there or whatever?
Like somebody that can just throw the ball 10 yards. Like I like what's his name went out in the game the week before, so like you had all week to practice. Like no one could throw the ball 10 yards. Like no one.
Yeah, they didn't
This is
put that
OU,
guy
right?
out there, man. They didn't put my boy
But
Booty out
now,
there.
like I mean, people are saying Jackson could be starting over what's his name anyways. So it's like
Yeah, we don't even know his
he,
name. It's like Gibson or some shit,
no,
or Gabe. It's Gabe Daniels or something.
yeah, Gabriel. What the fuck is his name?
Gabriel Davis Daniels.
No, Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel. I knew I
Yeah,
had it. I had it mixed up with his last name. Gabriel
yeah.
Dillons.
He's a lefty.
Yeah, you got to know him. Stick together. He's like your height too. Think he's like a short guy.
He
Five
went to the
for a
same high school
quarterback, like
as
5'9", 5'10".
Marcus Mariota.
That was that in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How do I know that? Why do I know that? Just
I
being around
mean,
you too much, I think. Marcus Mariota, we
probably.
used to walk on water, like when it came to you. He was like your god back in the Oregon days.
He won the Heisman, bro. That's from Oregon. That's hard.
That's hard to do for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get that at OU.
Special treatment from the Heisman committee or whatever. Caleb Williams better win the Heisman next year. Who won the Heisman this year? It wasn't him, was it? Oh, he did? Okay. Never mind then. Fucking Lincoln Riley. Suck my dick.
It wasn't even close either. Like Bo Nix was in it until he got hurt, bro.
Hey,
Like he would have.
is Bo Nix getting drafted this year?
No, he's coming back.
Oh, man. Okay.
It's his 5th year as a starter. Coming back.
Yeah. I didn't know if you liked him. I think
Or-
you were like up and down on him, weren't you? It's like sometimes he's super great and then other times he's kind of blowing it.
Nah, he was good all year.
Okay.
For real.
That's good then.
I mean, okay, week 1 against Georgia. It's his first game at Oregon. We're playing fucking Georgia. So
Right.
it's our first. It's our coach's first game as a head coach. New like, there's not really even any players left, and obviously we got fucking gold drug, and Nick's threw 2 picks and no touchdowns. So I'm like, damn. But the rest of the season, like he had like I don't even know, but he was in the Heisman race like until he got hurt again. So.
Okay. How good's that?
But,
how good's that cornerback? Because I think it's like Christian Gonzalez or something. How good's that guy? Because he's like something that he's not gonna be there for the Cowboys, I don't think, but like we would take him.
yeah, he'll probably go top 10. Yeah. It's funny because he came from Colorado as a transfer. So like now, like all these schools, like all these schools claiming who's who, yeah, whatever. It's like I'll definitely claim him, but I don't know. It's more on the student. Like I hate when they say like, especially like with Lincoln Riley or something, like Lincoln Riley like developed his kid. Like like maybe he's a good quarterback coach and like what I'm saying, helps, but like it's the actual kids that are working their ass off, and like if you don't have that in you anyways, like who cares if so like Alabama's running back you. It's like, well, they get the best high school recruits, and then they do develop them, obviously. Like there's not like no development, but it's like the actual kids are the ones that are making it. Like I don't know, but anyway, so it's like, yeah, he came from Colorado, but he had his best year at Oregon, obviously, and I think he's like what you want in like just a lockdown corner. He's super long, fast as hell, like can tackle, like he's pretty good.
Yeah,
so.
dude. Well, on
Which
that,
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, on that note, it's getting close for me to go get my food. So
I get to go pick it up. You can get it delivered.
No, it's cheaper,
Bruh.
man. I'm a saving money.
Hell yeah.
And I got a coupon code, so you guys use this coupon code out there. Bam. Bam.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, snapshot. Yeah.
Did you get some pineapples on it?
Hell no. You don't eat pineapple on there, do you? That's a conversation for next time.
Nah, just kidding.
Nah. All right. Well, thanks everybody for checking us out. End of stream.